Hello class, I'm Dr. Brooks. Welcome to Phil 337, World Religions. I want to take a few minutes to discuss some basic definitions that will be important for the first couple of modules and indeed throughout the whole class. It's winter break, and you've decided to do a little work, but it should be fun. This class is about religion. What is religion? Religion is part of culture. Religion is a human universal, which means every society, every culture, at the present time, those that we know about through the historical record, and those through the archaeological record that we know about, prehistoric societies. There's never been a society without some religious system. Now this course is going to be from the perspective of anthropology because I'm an anthropologist. We will talk about the present world great religions, but we need a background in order to study them. So, religion is part of culture, just like language, kinship systems, political systems, economic systems. And like language, for example, you have to learn it. It is acquired. When you learn a language, you can communicate with others who speak that language. When you meet someone who doesn't speak that language, you have difficulty communicating with them and understanding what they're saying. The same goes for religion. We tend to inherit our religion, acquire it through our experiences from the time we're born, especially in early childhood, and throughout our lives. We're not born with it, just like we're not born with language. But it seems natural. So religion is part of culture. Therefore, we need to understand what culture is. Here's a definition you should remember. Culture is learned or acquired knowledge that people use to interpret their experiences and generate their behavior. In other words, culture is the lens through which we see the world. It is what we use to give meaning to our experiences, to know what someone means when they gesture toward us, to give us an idea of what the universe is like, where we fit in. What is the cosmos? And culture allows us to behave properly in various situations that we find ourselves in. Now, as human beings, we are born with the capacity for learning culture, but the culture that we learn depends on where we're born. Now, how do we tell religion from the other aspects of culture? We have political systems, economic systems, and each part of culture infuses all the others because culture is a system. Everything is interdependent. Everything is interrelated. So we need to understand what part of culture relates to religion. So here's the definition of religion. Religion is cultural knowledge about the supernatural. That's what makes it unique. Supernatural. Super means beyond. above the natural. That means it's knowledge that we can't acquire through our senses. It relates to some knowledge, some reality that is beyond empirical experience. So we call it the supernatural. Religion is cultural knowledge about the supernatural that people use to cope with the ultimate problems of human existence. What are these ultimate problems? The meaning of existence. Why are we here? What is the meaning of life? That's the first problem. The second problem is death. What happens when we die? Why do we die? All religions give us information about that. And basically, it's the same, although the details vary. You don't die. Your body dies, but the real you survives. You go to some other place, you come back in another body, and there are other variations in between. And the third ultimate problem of existence is the problem of evil. Why is there evil in the world? Why do bad things happen? Religion answers all of those things. Now, the supernatural, if we look cross-culturally, is conceptualized in a variety of ways. We have supernatural beings, supernatural forces. Some cultures have gods, goddesses. Others have spirits. The supernatural can be personified, and we can see the supernatural in terms of beings, or it can be impersonal, this free-ranging energy that exists in the universe and has an impact on human life. Now, prehistoric cultures are very similar to the cultures of tribal people today and in the recent past. And the religion of these people we call animism. Animistic societies believe in spirits, the spirits of nature. In some societies, everything has a spirit. The spirit of clouds, the spirit of the rivers, the spirit of trees, the spirit of rocks. So everything that people come in contact with has a spiritual nature. Animistic societies basically conceive of the supernatural the way the great religions do. Now, every religion has its religious specialist. In anthropology, we have some particular terms we've selected. In the great religions of the world, we have priests. These are the religious specialists. It's an umbrella term. It includes rabbis, imams, and others. In animistic societies, tribal societies, the religious specialist is the shaman. The shaman is someone that takes care of the people by using his or her power to control the supernatural. So we can say that a shaman is a magician, a good magician, magic being the control of the supernatural for human purposes. So the shaman is a good magician, a benevolent magician. He's in contact with the spirit world and uses that control of the spirit world to heal people. That may be his primary job. To predict the future. To make things right when they go wrong. Another magician we call the sorcerer. The shaman and the sorcerer could be the same person. The difference is the sorcerer uses magic for evil purposes, malevolent purposes. And there's another figure, the witch, although not a religious specialist, certainly has an impact on human life because the witch has innate supernatural power. Innate meaning within, many born with that power. Interesting thing about witches from a cross-cultural perspective is that oftentimes the witch doesn't know that he or she is a witch. In a society that believes in witchcraft, for example, everything may be attributed to the witch. All evil things may be attributed to the witch. And the only solution is to get rid of the witch. So you can see that when things go wrong in your society that believes in witchcraft, you don't want to be identified as the witch because people are going to be looking. They're going to be looking for people who don't fit in, who are abnormal. This means witchcraft is a very strong informal means of behavioral control, social control. People want to follow the rules. Something else that we should know is that many cultures have a deep belief in ghosts. And these ghosts, the spirits of deceased humans, can interfere with human society. In most cases, ghosts are feared. In a few cases, they're not. But it's very important to make sure the ghosts of the recently departed go on their way and don't linger around. A few societies do value the spirits of ancestors, want to keep them with them, particularly in East Asia. So rituals are done to maintain the deceased relative's spirit within the family group. So these are some basic definitions. During this class, we want to look at religions with an open mind, realizing that there are basic similarities to every religion. We usually focus on the differences. And many religions are related to each other. So when we get into the part of the course that looks at the world's great religions, especially if you're devoted to a particular religion, you need to, at least for the time of the course, keep an open mind and try to understand the complexity and indeed the beauty of every religion. I wish you a good class. Every day I will email you with a suggestion of what you should accomplish that day. As you probably know, we have 2 classes before the break, the 22nd and the 23rd. Then we have a break until January the 5th. In all, there are 12 classes, and I have arranged the class into 10 modules. When you finish one, you can go on to the next. So good luck, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you again.